Hi, I'm Don Tubbs. Y'all stay tuned, because I'm up here in Idaho, and if the Lord's willing, I'm going to come back to Bossier City with a big elk.
You're watching the Bayou Outdoor Show, presented by Bayou Outdoor SuperCenter, your RV and marine dealer. Tubbs Hardware and Rental, Pete Mankins Nissan, Little Giant Discount Tire, Bryson Law Firm, and Shreveport Tractor, where the coffee pot's always on.
We just got off the plane. We're here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, my favorite town in America. I just love the western feel of Jackson Hole. Getting ready to go to the elk ranch, Rocky Mountain Elk Ranch to be exact. And we're here in Jackson Hole and no telling where we might end up.
I met Don at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and we drove about an hour and a half over into Idaho on a very special elk hunt right there at the Rocky Mountain Elk Ranch.
We're in southeast Idaho, up in the Big Hole Mountain Range, east of Rexburg and west of Teton Valley, Tetonia area. Well, the bulls we have here, in my opinion, are spectacular. They're all mature bulls. We try to get a certain age. It changes from year to year, but this year, I don't think we have a bull under 7 at the ranch this year. And, so you got great big long tines, you got great mass, just a nice, very quality trophy bull that most people not only never harvest in their life, but hardly ever see in their life. And so it makes it really fun. Fantastic lodge. You come in here and it's top notch, very, very, very comfortable.
This whole place was built with the hunter in mind. You can see the decks, the views. We have clay pigeon shooting out on the deck, lots of things to do for relaxation. So I think the biggest thing everybody is drawn to immediately is our big wall of windows. They come in and they see antlers. We got the cool chandelier and big elk hanging on the wall. And as they look around, then your eye gets really drawn to all of the detail. We got little bear cubs on our log. We have pheasants and all kinds of different animals that represent a lot of the different wildlife we have here in Idaho.
This land here is absolute. I mean, it can accommodate every hunter. It can kick the butt out of somebody that thinks they're tougher than nails, but yet we can accommodate somebody with some physical disabilities and whatnot.
Jeff's right. This ranch has all the terrain you'd expect from a ranch right there in Idaho. Now, we'll continue the hunt right after we hear from our presenting sponsor, the good folks at Bayou Outdoor SuperCenter right there in Bossier City.
We specialize in stuff that big box shops can't get or don't do a good enough job with, such as the sweet beaver. Sweet beaver is the nation's largest selling soft plastic, and we are the only place in the area that carries it. Gene LaRue to net bait to Zoom, the net bait pack-a-craws. We have swim baits on this side of the counter. And we're expanding daily. Every day I look for something new to pick up. We have the Yamamoto Senkos, Daiwa Samurai, Cigar fishing lines, and Sunline. Sushi by Yamamoto. We have a large selection of jigs. One of the most important things to a bass fisherman or any fisherman that has a 2-stroke motor is the outboard motor oil. And what we do is we bottle our own. We buy the bottles, we buy the drums from the manufacturer, we get it cheaper, And that way we can bottle it and sell it for about $10 less than what it would come in the manufacturer's bottle. And we carry the Premium Plus by Mercury, the Optimax by Mercury, which is DFI oil, and the Yamalu. We got anything from bilge to aerator pumps to toggle switches, battery chargers, bow and stern lights, rope, mirrors. This is our new addition to Bayou Outdoor SuperCenter. We have a 3,500 gallon fish tank, and man, they have gone out and put some nice fish in this tank.
I'm Larry Brazil, owner of Bayou Outdoor SuperCenter. No matter what your needs are, we can take care of it at Bayou Outdoor SuperCenter. If you have boats you need to trade in or boats you need repair, please come see us. We've built our reputation on service. We will take care of you and make you part of the Bayou Outdoor family.
Kubota's got a new line of exciting zero-turn mowers called the Commanders, from 23 horsepower to 27 horsepower. We have RTVs, which stand for rough terrain vehicles, and we also have skid steers.
This is the new Kubota SVL. They make it in a 75 horse and a 90 horse. Anything you can dream of to help you do your job easier, they have an attachment for.
We're a full-line Kubota dealership here. We've got tractors from 18 horsepower all the way up to 135 horsepower. We have lawnmowers, we have zero-turn mowers, we have RTVs. We're a full-line Kubota dealer here at Shreveport Tractor, where the coffee pot's always on.
This is my first elk hunt. There's a bull down here wallowing in the mud. Other bulls are running around, bugling. They're definitely in the rut. He's wallowing. Rocky Mountain Elk Ranch at its best. Oh man. He's broke off at 3. Oh yeah. That's awesome. We're out scouting tonight, seeing where the bulls are moving at. This is a wonderful place to be. I'm so lucky. If you want to hunt during the rut, the second week of September is the time to be in the Rocky Mountains. This is a beautiful place, and the elk are going crazy.
For all my Spanish friends and Pete Matkins Nissan, tenemos un carro deportivo Corvette 2012 con 4,000 millas. Lo pueden venir a ver, me pueden venir a ver. Les podemos ofrecer buenos especiales y todo. Tiene rines negros deportivos. Se quita la tapa de arriba. Corre muy rápido. Y tenemos más carros que les podemos ofrecer. Vamos a ir a los carros económicos ahorita.
Well, we got this 2013 Nissan Xterra Milton. It's a 4.0 liter, 24 valve V6 off-road vehicle. It does have skid plates on your oil pan, your transfer case, your radiator to keep from having any rocks messing up your vehicle while you're doing the off-road terrain. And this vehicle is considered one of the toughest vehicles on the market today. Least worked on vehicle is the Xterra pickup truck. Has plenty of room on the inside. We have several different makes and models, and we can put different packages in it. This one evidently has got the reverse camera on it, auxiliary inputs in it. This is one of the best trucks on the market if you're talking about off-roading. Now also at Pete Matkins Nissan, we have the very hard-working workhorse, the Titan pickup truck. This truck right here is famous for its towing capacity of about 10,000 pounds. It's got a 5.6 liter engine in it. It's a V8 5.6 liter engine. It's got a high suspension on it. This thing right here can do all your workhorses on your farms, on your property. We make a maintenance-free vehicle. We use steel timing chains on it. We do not use rubber. So if you're talking about a maintenance-free vehicle, this vehicle right here will be your choice vehicle. We can beat anybody's price range with any Nissan vehicle, either it be a car, truck, SUV, it doesn't matter. So I need you to come see me, the running man, David, at Pete Mankins Nissan.
Milton, we just got through having breakfast here at Rocky Mountain Elk Ranch. Alana cooked a wonderful breakfast for us. Jeff's been giving us some pointers out there. We scouted elk last night, but he told me just a moment ago, he says, doesn't mean that's where the elk are going to be at today. But we got to see a beautiful sunset last night. We had a lot of fun. And it's time for me to take off my Exmart hat. And I want to thank Exmart for the opportunity to be here on this exciting elk hunt and put on my Rocky Mountain elk hat. Now I'm going elk hunting. Well, here we go. Logan, I'm glad you're taking me out this morning, Logan. Logan's a young guy. It makes me a little nervous. I'm worried if I'm going to be able to keep up with him in this altitude.
I'll take it easy on you.
All right, good deal.
Group of them, they're all up there rubbing. That's awesome.
There was one particular elk that just kind of caught my eye. He had a forked point at the end of his horns. And my guide told me, he said, Mr. Tubbs, that is a scissor. And I said, well, you know, from Louisiana, it looks more like a crawfish claw to me. So we named him Crawfish Man.
You know, these are nice elk, but they're a little narrow. Don's looking for a wider spread, in particular, Crawfish Man.
They have no idea we're even here.
And just when we think there's no shooter in here, we catch a glimpse of Crawfish.
I mean, I don't even see him right now.
He's that bull runner. Oh, that's right through them trees.
That's the same one?
Yeah.
Don tries to get in position to shoot, but this elk's smart and moves out.
That was close.
Guns are racing on that one.
Yeah. Professional landscapers know that time is of the essence. That's really what they're selling out there in the field is time. And their time is most important to them. And here at Tubbs, being able to provide you with a professional piece of equipment like Exmart products. The service after that is what's most important. We can help you when it comes to service. You're not going to be down long if you have a problem. And also Tubbs rents equipment. So we have our rental department that if you're down, you can actually rent a piece of equipment. We're going to make sure you're making tall grass short and you're making money out there. And with the fact that we don't sell 2 or 3 or 4 different lines of equipment, we sell Toro Exmart products, we're able to have the parts and service professionalism that you need. We can send 2 guys to a service school for Toro, send 2 guys to a service school for Exmart, and they come back and they have very similar information. They're able to help one another. Because keep in mind, Toro is the parent company to Exmart. And the fact that if we're ever needing parts, say if you have an Exmart and you don't have the part for an Exmart, hey, boom, I can get it from Toro in most cases, and vice versa. Tubbs is in a unique position being a master service center. Toro Exmart Master Service Center, we can help you better than anyone in Northwest Louisiana take care of your customers. So keep in mind, whether you're a homeowner cutting around an acre of grass or more, or you're a professional landscaper cutting hundreds of acres of grass a week, we at Tubbs can help you. Y'all come see us.
Hi, I'm attorney Kerry Bryson, and this is the U.S. Tax Code. The IRS has thousands of agents trained to understand it all. And when dealing with the IRS, you need someone trained to understand the law. An IRS problem is a serious legal matter. So don't trust an out-of-town salesperson. Come meet with us in person at our law office in Shreveport. If you're a Louisiana resident and have an IRS problem, hire a Louisiana attorney. Hire me, Kerry Bryson.
When you take a bow and you pull back and you aim and you let go with no arrow, you heard the sound it made? It made that sound because you dry fired it. The bow has to absorb the energy. It doesn't have an arrow at that point to absorb the energy. So if that happens, the first thing you need to do is not pull back and shoot the bow. You need to check that bow thoroughly before you ever touch it. You want to check and make sure that the cables are still on the ends. You also want to look and make sure there's no frays on the cables. You want to check your wheel. You can take an arrow, and I'll grab an arrow real quick, and you want to check your cams. So you want to lay it on the cam and roll it around and make sure that it's touching on both sides. See how it's touching on both sides? That way you know you did not bend your cam, because cams are some of the first things to go. You want to look at the bottom and you want to check, visually check to make sure there's no damage into the cam, that these tracks are perfect. Then you want to take your arrow and you want to lay across it and you want to rub and you want to feel it touching on both sides. If you can do that, that part's home free. We know our cams are good. You want to inspect the strings again. Come back down from the top, come all the way through your cable slide, check around your cable slide, and some of them have roller guards. On roller guards, it has a track on it like this. If it jumps the track, the roller guard can cut the string. Come up in here, check to make sure that the ends, there's no damage to the ends. Now we've got this. This is the replaceable parts on a bow. Now we've got the most important part, the limbs. Look down your limbs, because you would have felt a crack right away on the limbs, but now we've got to really inspect it to ensure there's no crack. And there's no crack on these. Top, bottoms, inside, outsides, all the way back to here. There's no damage to our riser. Our riser's good. No damage to the tops of the limbs again. No damage to the bottoms, the sides. So it's good. So looking at that, everything's good on this bow. And the bow stayed together. So the next thing you're going to do is you need to get to a safe area. Don't pull the bow back straight, but you want to pull it away, a little bit away from your body in case something happens. So you pull back, come into your body, everything's good, let down, we're good to go.
If you just joined us, we're in Idaho hunting elk with Mr. Don Tubbs of Tubbs Hardware right there in Bossier City. We're looking for some big elk.
In Louisiana, this is what they would work on. In Idaho, this is what they work on. And that's just minutes off. Yeah.
laying here. We bumped him up.
And see, we were just right down there from him. And we were walking as quiet as we could. And I could not hear him get up and leave. That's amazing. They're bigger than horses. Got horns on them bigger than Christmas trees.
Yep.
And you can't hear them move.
Amazing. Well, let's continue up this canyon. Maybe we'll bump him again.
Yeah. He's in the right spot, but I got brush right where I need to be. Steep incline and a lot of limbs.
Down timber.
Down timber.
No easy shot.
Yeah. Yeah, my chest would have been pumping so from the climb. I would have had to have a minute to steady. Plus get a good shot.
Yeah. We still have no good shot there.
Huh?
No good shot there.
Right. When he stood up, I thought I'd get a good chance, and then when I got in position where he took off, and maybe we'll find another one like that. He was awesome.
See if we can get something just a little clearer shot on. So, awesome.
Well, what I'm amazed at is how you saw him from down there. I mean,
The tips of them white horns as he moves, they stick out.
It's amazing. I think I see something, and I'm like, oh, there, and then all of a sudden it's a rock with some bushes on it. And anytime you stop, it's the real deal.
This land here is absolute. I mean, it can accommodate every hunter. It can kick the butt out of somebody that thinks they're tougher than nails, but yet we can accommodate somebody with some physical disabilities and whatnot.
Now booking trophy whitetail hunts for the 2014 season is the Heartland 1010 Ranch. Expect to see whitetail in excess of 220 Boone and Crockett points on a 2,000-acre pristine East Texas pine plantation. Or if trophy bass is your passion, well, the Heartland 1010 Ranch is your ultimate destination, with 4 lakes and bass to 17 pounds.
If you've never caught a giant bass, there's probably not a greater opportunity to do it than on one of his places. And
our goal here is to try to allow people to come and catch a lot of fish, big fish, see deer, kill deer, and enjoy nature.
And if you like barbecue, they're having one of the biggest barbecues in the state of Louisiana right here in Shreveport. It's the 2nd annual Arklatex Ambassadors barbecue cook-off right there on the riverfront. Folks, it's going to be a great time. They're going to have several people cooking ribs, pulled pork, brisket, chicken. Folks, you'll learn how to cook barbecue if you go to this, and just, hey, ask some of them. Some of them will tell you, some of them won't tell you how to cook this, but it's going to be a great time in April.
Little Giant Discount Tire in Mount Pleasant carries major brands like Firestone, Bridgestone, and Cooper tires. But Little Giant is more than just tires. They offer state-of-the-art automotive care, like this top-of-the-line alignment machine. They carry batteries for ATV, auto, tractor, and marine. Little Giant has been a family-operated business since 1966. Come in today and be treated like family.
So the next time you need tires or service, think Little Giant Discount Tire. We're more than just tires.
You know, I was a cameraman on this hunt here, and Don and I have been up and down in these canyons on this ranch all day long. You know, hey, frankly, I was about gave out, but I wasn't about to let Don know that. And hey, just when you didn't expect it, old Crawfish appeared out of nowhere behind some trees and right there in some close cover. And Don had to make a quick shot, and he had to thread that bullet through these trees to get this to get old Crawfish. Well, hey, let's watch and see what happens.
Oh, I hope I got him. I pulled too soon, I think. I got him high, I think.
Awesome. Good shot.
Well, Logan, I hit it, but it's on the move.
Yeah.
So snuck up on him, thought I had a wonderful shot. Everybody says I hit him right where I was supposed to. And Crawfish Man was so tough. He went back up on this ridge right here. And I chased him up the hill, so concerned that I wanted to drop him. Got up here on the hill, I was exhausted, breathing hard. We got a good shot. Crawfish Man got hit hard. He went back down into the canyon, and that's where we found him, at the foot of the canyon. And I have a lot of respect for these animals, and particularly Crawfish Man. Get around here.
That's beautiful bull.
Right there is why we called him Crawfish. It looks like a crawfish claw. Logan called it a scissor up here in Idaho. He said we call that a scissor. And I said in Louisiana, we would call that, if we had elk, we'd call that a crawfish claw. Well, guys, what an exciting day we had yesterday. Killed my first elk. Experienced life in Idaho. Rocky Mountain Elk Ranch is amazing. The guys here are awesome. Couldn't have done it without them. I'm heading back to Bossier now. Got to get back to work. I'm excited about seeing my people there and all my customers. So I got to take off my Rocky Mountain Elk hat and put back on my Exmart hat. And I want to thank Exmart for making this trip possible for me. And I got to sell some more of them where I can do this again. All right, y'all come see us and praise the Lord for this wonderful experience we had here in His creation.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed the show, and thanks so much to Jeff and his wife at the Rocky Mountain Elk Ranch for a great time. And hey, a special thanks to Mr. Don Tubbs for allowing me to go on his hunt and film him and try to keep up with that long-legged sucker. Hey, we both got in pretty good shape after that hunt. Till next week, I'm Milton Daly. We'll see you then.